So I went to Joanne Fabrics today, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I was making it's hook and latch screen. Usually plant sites will charge you an arm and a leg for this stuff for, what is that? That big of a piece. It's 49 cents at Joanne Fabrics. Save yourself some money. But yeah, just Velcro, or not Velcro, but zip tie 2 pieces together. Make sure you cut a little hole big enough to get your suction cup in. And let's see, that is Singapore moss. And this one over here is Christmas moss. I'll hang them in the 30-gallon. But then I got to thinking, I have all this extra. I have a ton of baby tears. I'm going to make a baby tear wall. I'm just going to take what I have left from this sheet here, cut her in half, lace it with the baby tears up and down, zip tie it together and make sure it holds nice and tight against them, and stick it against the wall of the 30. See how well that works. I'll put it against the wall that has most direct access of the CO2 blowing on it, so they take pretty well. Put it sort of high in the tank so it gets really good light, and see how well it takes off from there. I haven't really seen it done before. So I got that piece cut in half. Got my suction cups installed, which for this size, this is 7 mesh. It takes for, I also got these at Joanne Fabrics, the Adams small suction cups. They come like this. Just take the hook off. For that nub, I found the perfect size is to cut 2 bars wide and 1 up, and cut that little square out. So cut. Oops. You're cutting off a piece that big. And it fits nice and tight into the groove on there. And then you just push it through. And I pre-install my zip ties just so I can put whatever's on there, grab my other piece, feed the zip tie through, and just press it right down so I don't have to worry about plants falling out or whatever. Grabbed a chunk of the Cuba. If you're wondering where I got it, got some snails in there too. Got it from my buddy Chuck Bertowski, actually. He had a hard time growing his and ended up tying it to some of the upper limbs on his aquascape, and it took off like crazy. The stuff's probably about 6-8 inches away from his T5 setup, and as you can see, that's not a small bunch, and that barely touched what I have sitting over there in that tank. So I'm just going to try to separate out some of these strands, because you let it just grow long and cut stuff bushy. So I know this stuff prefers to be planted, but thinking I'll have enough nutrients in the water since I do dose that tank, plus it has the CO2. This stuff's just crazy. It's just one giant ball that I'll be actually able to get it to grow decently well on here for now. And then when I start my 80-gallon project back up, as you can see, I mean, I can't separate, it's just all one mass of stems connected to stems connected to other stems. Let's pull bunches off. And thankfully it's all decent. There we are. 4 suction cups to hold it to the tank. Not perfectly put together, but I'm sure it'll grow in pretty well. Let's see how it goes. And there they are in the tank.